Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Hub. I haven't really done much on anything. I haven't really felt like playing. Had pretty crappy days at work, so I haven't done much. I added that. I couldn't really find any pattern that I like, so I just kind of made that. I think it looks pretty good. I may change it. It's got some steps on the top for some crenellations, basically, or battlements, however you want to call it. Okay. I don't know how much I like the water. I mean, it looks more like a dam than a actual wall, but I do actually really like the overall look. I guess I may just reclassify it as a dam instead, because I take back what I said. I actually do like the water, I just don't like it while calling this a wall. But basically it's, you know, half slabs around, and then you got sandstone all the way up in the middle, more half slabs, and right there on that block is supposed to be a redstone lamp, but I ran out and I haven't felt like going to the nether. Haven't really been playing, so it's hard to go to the nether when you're not playing. But yeah, I don't know. Then I throw those stairs upside down because I thought they looked kind of nice. I may continue it all the way. I don't know for sure. I mean, kind of like the way it looks broken up like that, but I think it might look better if it was just solid all the way down. I've started clearing out over there. I ran out of TNT and I didn't want to mine anymore. But there's going to be a tower over there. This episode I'm not going to really build because I don't feel like it, I guess. I'm going to go caving. I found a nice cave. So I'm going to go get some more supplies. I can use some more cobblestone, and I'd rather dig the cobblestone out while I'm caving than anything. And you can always use diamonds. I've still got 22, but yeah. Traded one of my fortune picks for this pick. So we're gonna use that. We can keep that efficiency. Grab that efficiency as well. Use a shovel to separate them. Let's throw this stuff away quick. I need to organize my chest a little bit better. I really haven't organized them all that well. Make some more torches. Actually, I think I have some down here. Oh. Let's see. That's 8, 12, 15. That'll put me at 60. If I could count. We don't need to take them all. Grab a little more wood just in case. Need a lot of stuff. I need wood. Need cobblestone. Jeez. And I am a bit out of it today. Like I said, that contributes to a lot of why I don't want to play. Just been out of it lately. Why is... oh. For some reason I was thinking my signs were on the right side of the chest, but they're not. Got plenty of iron right now. Well, not plenty, I guess. Only got 3 stacks, but it's good enough, I guess. Throw this cobble in there. Grab a stack of sand to pillar with. Grab crafting table. Grab some water just in case. See if I have any more bread or wheat. Make some more bread. Oh, right here I have decided I'm just gonna do a 3x3 piston door when I get around to wanting to actually do it. I think 64 breaks down into 3 even stacks. But nope, I was wrong. Good thing I grabbed that extra just in case. Alright, so I think my spawn's set here. Double check. And we can turn it to day because nobody else is on. Now, let's go mine. This may be a shorter episode, probably only about 20 minutes. Depends on how much mining I feel like doing, or if I can come up with stuff to actually talk about. Because as you guys know, I'm not the greatest at that. I think I do relatively well. May not be the most interesting stuff, but I think I have gotten, or am doing well at continuing to talk and not having as many times where I'm just sitting there silently. But, well, I guess first thing to talk about, get a little venting out, would be work. I mean, I have never said this on here, but I work at Walmart. I work overnight stocking shelves. It's kind of a shitty job, but, well, I got laid off a while ago, or about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. And I used a program called Desiccated Worker to try and go back to school, but it didn't pay enough of my tuition, and the banks wouldn't give me any more student loans. So I dropped out, and I would like to go finish it, but I already owe a decent amount, and I'd like to pay off some of it before I go back. I mean, I don't even know if the banks would give it to me because my credit is so shitty now. From between getting laid off and then I had my own stupidity basically. I went through a hiring company and they never, you know, verbally said it, but it was in their paperwork, I guess. I did go back and actually double check or go to look to see if it was there. And it did say that if you did not request a new assignment after you were terminated from one, that you would lose your unemployment. And I never bothered asking for another one because well, I used the internet a lot for that stuff, and, well, they didn't have any more jobs open at that time, so I didn't even bother asking. So I lost my unemployment, and because of that, I got behind on my Verizon bill, so I owe them a decent amount that I have not been paying because I just don't have the money. So I need to get that paid off because that has really messed up my credit. And it helps that I got moved to overnights now because I get $1.50 more an hour. And I just got my, well, I haven't gotten my raise yet, but I had a review, so I get a raise. It's only 40 cents, which kind of is part of the reason I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm one of them people that I like to work hard, actually. You know, most people just like to do what they need to do, but I like to kind of compete with myself and, you know, get faster at what I'm doing. And all that type of stuff. But apparently, well, I guess in my times I actually got an exceptional, which is the best you can get. But they told me that I needed to learn how to do more things, which I felt was weird because, well, I know how to do pretty much everything that is required for my job, plus everything that was required for my old job, plus a few things that aren't required for either of those jobs. So I guess I don't get where they were coming from on that. And I probably could have said something, you know, that I didn't feel like that was adequate or whatnot, but I'm really not that confrontational of a person, and the attitude they give off there is that they really don't give a shit, so they probably would have just been like, well, you're entitled to your feelings, and as I've talked to a few other people there, and they've said it to them, so I don't want to rag on Walmart too much just because everybody says it's a bad store. It does horrible things, but truth is, their prices are so much lower than everybody else. And if it wasn't for that, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have the quality of food that they get, or, you know, actual clothes that aren't hand-me-downs or from a thrift store or whatever. So they're not as bad as people like to say they are. And I think, from what I can tell, this store is kind of an exception as far as the management being crap. Seems like there's a website where you can go to, and it's kind of basically so associates can get together and chat and all sorts of stuff like that. And seems like at a lot of the other Walmarts, they have really great managers, and seems like they get the things that they need to do their job in a timely manner, and seems like they actually have enough help to do their jobs, which is one thing that we are very highly lacking. And it's not really so much that we don't have people as it is that some of the people we have are just worthless, so you need almost 2 people to make up for that fact. Ah, I knew there was lava there. But yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about it, just because, well, I doubt that you guys want to hear me bitch about my shitty job. So I guess the other thing we could talk about would be, I don't know. I know there's not a lot of people that watch my stuff right now, but there's anybody out there that could help me with, I want to set up basically just a small server on my computer so that me and my friend can play adventure maps together. But I got one all set up, and for the most part, I mean, I think it's right. I use the Minecraft forums to set it up, but it is so laggy, and I dedicated, originally it was only 1 gig of RAM, and then I added another gig because it was so laggy, and that did not do anything. I mean, my computer's not the fastest, but I would think it would be fast enough for just 2 people. I got a 3.2 quad-core processor with 4 gigs of RAM, which I need to get upgraded. I have, can't remember the graphics card. I think I've actually said this before in an episode. My graphics card is above the recommended settings for D3, if anybody knows those settings or wants to look them up. But yeah, that kind of pissed me off because I spent almost 45 minutes, an hour, getting that all set up so we could play this map, and then it didn't work. And it's just crap. I think in 1.3 it is. You're going to be able to basically bring people into your worlds anyways, so it really won't matter at that point. But I don't know when that's coming out, so I'd kind of like to do it now because the map looks really cool. It's Kingdom of the Sky, if anybody's ever played that. Dang it. And I don't know, it has really high rating on the Minecraft forum, so I'm assuming it's good. I tried playing a Vex map, and I got my ass handed to me. As you guys know, I am not very good at this game. If you've, well, you know if you've watched any of my other episodes. And I had always just heard a lot about his maps and how awesome they were, but nobody ever really mentioned how hardcore they are, and I just got annihilated. I mean, I'd seen the newest one, I think it is, Lethria or something like that, where Paws and Beef played, and they were getting owned, but I hadn't even made it out of the first area yet, and I was getting owned. So, I don't know if that was just that I suck worse than, well, they don't really suck, but if that I suck more than I thought I did. And that's why I was dying, or if it is that his maps are really just that hardcore. Shit. I need to smelt some iron so I can make a new sword. Oh yeah. Get one dead and another one has to come. Should have grabbed that bucket of lava I had. I could have just dumped it on him. Killed him off. Probably killed myself too, but... Alright. Let's throw down this crafting table and... get us a furnace. With something other than coal. And there's a creeper. 2 creepers. Frickin' pricks. Don't you dare stay over there. What else is there to talk about? Jackass. Should probably set it so I can actually see if they're coming. My hand movements are really bad today. Hey, my sword came back. Did I throw it? I thought it broke. I don't want to smelt more of this iron than... I really didn't even want to smelt that much. I should have taken that out sooner. There, it broke again. And now it's back again. It doesn't have unbreaking on it. I don't get why it keeps doing that. Whatever. Let's see. I'm really bad at coming up with the topics. Had to get my car fixed. That might be another reason. You know, that I've been having such a bad day lately. Well, I guess the majority of my bad day definitely comes from the people I have to work with. I mean, there's some great people. There's some people that are really fun to work with that aren't necessarily the greatest workers, but they're still not that bad of workers. I mean, if they don't hit their times, they get very close. The people that really piss me off are the people that are spending 3 or 4 hours over their time limit, and it's not entirely them that is pissing me off. It's the fact that the managers don't do anything about it. I mean, they don't even talk to them about it. They should be, I mean, according to the policy, they should have been written up already and, you know, probably fired by now. I mean, the funniest thing is they just fired someone, and he was a little slow, but he was one of those people that he would maybe be a half hour over his time. And you know, I know why he was slow. He's worked there quite a while, and he's like me now. He's tired of the bullshit, but the only difference is that he's slowed down, whereas I still work the same. But who knows, after 5 years of this shit, I might work as slow as he was. Never know. It's just, it's messed up. Why do companies do that? I mean, the place that I worked before, when I got laid off, they did this too. I mean, I don't understand why would you want to keep around crappy employees who can't do their job, who don't want to do their job. Why didn't that water? That's weird. That I picked that water back up. It must have combined with that other one. But yeah, why do companies keep people like this around? I don't understand. Like the company I got laid off from, I asked them why they laid me off, and I know they probably didn't tell me the truth, but they told me it was because they were only keeping around the people who knew how to do the cables that they had at that time. But what I didn't understand was I knew how to do every cable that we molded there. I mean, it was all easy. Basically, what it was every single cable was exactly the same process, just different measurements. So, if you knew how to mold one cable, you knew how to mold them all. And plus, on top of that, I had done a majority of the cables, and basing it off the people that they were keeping, I had done all the cables that they still were doing. So, to me, that just seems wrong. And the worst part of it is that there's people there that would do way less cables than me. I mean, I was way more proficient at it than they were, and yet they got kept and I got rid of. And some people have said it's the money, you know, and maybe you were making more money than them, but some of them hadn't worked there as long as me, so if they were getting paid more than me, that's pretty messed up. I had some pretty good reviews while I was there, you know. I never gotten below the standard. I had a couple times where they said that I could improve. But what job doesn't tell you you can improve? I mean, that would just be foolish not to tell your employees that they could improve. I mean, there's always going to be room for improvement at everything you do. And for me, this game is something I could definitely improve at. Turn my back on a creeper here. I know he sees me, but I don't think he can get to me. Oh shit. Wow. What a way to end it. I think I just lost my fucking fortune pick. Well, I am going to end the recording. I'm going to run back. Hopefully, I will still have my Silk Touch pick. If not, I am going to be really pissed. And I will see you guys next time, which will hopefully won't be as long this time. Till then, peace out. I decided I should actually finish my thoughts there. So I was talking about, you know, jobs getting rid of people that seem to be better than the people that they keep around. And not actually, you know, disciplining people for not doing their job. It's the strangest thing to me about that is the fact that you're paying someone to provide a service or to do a job, and they are not doing that job. So basically you are paying someone to not do anything. You're wasting money. You're throwing your money away. This hard-earned money, supposedly. These companies earn this money, yet they're willing to just throw it away on a shitty employee who won't do their job. And I don't understand that. I don't get why you would want to throw your money away. I don't like throwing my money away on crap I don't need. And you definitely don't need a crappy employee, so I don't understand. If there was anybody out there that could explain this to me, that would be very much appreciated, because it's just weird. Should have grabbed a sword before I came back. I don't think this is the right way. Oh, crap. Fucking A. Oh, I'm just consider that all lost. I think that was the area, and I don't think it was there. I'm pretty sure my Silk Touch fell in. Bunch of redstone crap that don't matter. But I guess that is going to be it. I pretty much finished my thought. Just about, basically about why companies do crap like that. why these companies seem to do things that make no sense to me or really to anybody. I mean, I've worked at a few places and there's always been these decisions that the higher ups make, and nobody gets why they would make that decision. I mean, you come from the point where, hey, they're above you, they probably know more about what's going on than you, but there's a lot of people where you ask them, you know, this or that, and they don't know the answer. And if they're supposed to be so smart and know everything, how come there's so many people that can't answer your questions? I don't know. It's just strange to me how these companies justify paying people basically to do nothing. Another big thing that gets me with companies is, why do they pay their CEOs so much? I mean, what do they honestly do? I mean, yeah, they're in charge of basically leading the company and getting it done, but if you think about it, who's really getting the stuff done? It's the bottom employees. And who's making the most decisions? It's usually your managers and your supervisors who make the decisions. And then you got your salespeople who are getting you the work. I mean, I took a business class on one of my things, and from the way they explained the CEO job, to me it seems like you could pay someone a lot less to do the same thing, and there would be no reason why they should think that they deserve more, because let's face it, what they do is tell other people what to do, but half the time those people have to tell them how to tell them how to do it, if you follow that. A lot of the times they talk out of their asses, it seems like. I watch that Undercover Boss show a lot, and there are a lot of people on there that they're all like, well, I know a lot about this business, you know, I'm the CEO, it's my job to know. And then they get into the job and they're just messing up left and right. They don't really know what's going on. They have no clue how to do the actual work that they do at that company, which that really boggles me. That's the biggest thing I don't understand is, how can you ever become a manager, a supervisor, a CEO, any of that, if you've never worked in the position that you, like the bottom positions? I think that to become a CEO and all that, I don't think there should be a degree for that. I think, well, there could be a degree, but basically what I would think of for a CEO, if I ever had a company, my CEO would start off on the bottom of my company. They would work their way up. They would know how to do everything in that company. And then I would send them to school to learn how to do books and all that type of stuff, and to learn different methods and all that. But I never could understand hiring someone outside of your company who really has no clue about the bottom line. Now, that's also going with, you could say that a good CEO would be one that would go down to the bottom lines. They would work through everything, and they would do that more than just like at the beginning. They wouldn't just come in, do that work, and then never go and work those down in those positions again. Because a good CEO would keep going down. They would keep working with the people, and they would keep trying to develop new ways, working with people to get new ideas, new methods, all that. And that should be all the way down the line. CEO to supervisor or lead, depending on the company. So it's just weird. The whole business thing is weird to me. I know when I became a lead at this company I was working at in college, they wanted me just to basically stand there, you know, walk around the area that my guys are working in, It was a cleaning company, and I was just to watch them and watch them do their work. And I just never understood, why would you want to pay me more money to do that? Why not? I'll take the more money, and then I will work alongside them so that I know exactly, what their complaints are or whatever, or know exactly what they need from me, and we can get shit done. You know what happened? I went from having a 5-man crew barely getting shit done to me basically joining the crew. We started to get shit done on time, and then a month later they gave me the position of lead, and we started getting shit done earlier and earlier and earlier, and it got to a point where we were just sitting bullshit because we had our work done so fast, and if we would go back to the office, they would send us home, and we needed the money. So kind of cheated them a little bit in that way, but I guess our supervisor knew and didn't seem to care, because they were paying more people to do that work in more time, and they were paying the three of us to do that same amount of work but in less time, because we were still leaving a half hour early every night. I mean, they're saving money that way, plus they're saving the money with having 2 less people on a crew. And it's not like they're paying us much more than, or paying me much more than they were paying the other 2 people on my crew. I was making 50 cents more than them is all. And I just never understood why a company would want to pay someone more money to do less work in my eyes. I mean, what I would have had to do if I just did what they said, where I walked around and watched them, I'd have to check the closets to make sure they were fully stocked and everything. That would be my main responsibility, and then to make sure that they were getting their job done right, and that it was a quality job. And I can do all those things while I'm working with them. It's not like those things really took time out of my day. And yeah, that was just what I always thought. But I think this episode's carried on long enough, so I'm going to end it, and I'll see you guys next time.